Hey everybody, Ed here with the Digital Digest, and today I wanted to share a quick unboxing with you guys of the Asus Transformer Pad Infinity. Now, unlike the Prime, there are some key enhancements here, but before I get to that, let's talk about price point. You're looking at the 32 gig Wi-Fi model. This is priced at $499.99. There's also a 64 gig version priced at $599.99. So slightly lower pricing than the second gen Transformer, aka the Prime, and basically all of the issues that pertain to Wi-Fi, GPS, those have been resolved. And then we've got some critical improvements such as a higher res screen, a faster Tegra 3 processor, Gorilla Glass 2, and then pretty much everything else you expect. HDMI out, storage expansion, as well as front and rear cameras, which have also supposedly been improved. So really just an overall more polished, better tablet than pretty much anything that exists. Forget that it, of course, one-ups the Prime. So let's go ahead and get to the unboxing and just go ahead and see if I can get a corner here and actually tear this open, which it looks like I've had success. And this is an exciting tablet, much like the Nexus, but they do represent very different markets. I mean, this is really for someone looking for a complete package, something that in my opinion can replace something like an Ultrabook, whereas the Nexus 7 is more of, not something for productivity, more about media consumption. That's not to say you can't consume media on something like this. After all, for watching a video, there may be nothing better than this tablet on the market right now, which of course I'm going to report back to you guys as I get to spend time with it, and it's supposedly really impressive display. So as you can see, just standard marketing here, everything that I pretty much have told you guys from, I didn't mention the ice cream sandwich, but that's pretty much a given on anything coming from Asus at this point, especially since they're about as quick as they could be with updates, especially now that they are a Nexus partner. That full HD display, like I was talking about before, it is an IPS Plus display, so it's going to fare relatively well outdoors as well, much like the Prime, brightest display in the business. And then, of course, that Tegra 3 quad-core chipset, and I said it is clocked up to 1.6, so there should be another level of performance. I'm not sure how significant, but certainly an improvement over the current gen of tablets that are out there running the standard piece of silicone. Corning Gorilla Glass 2, I mentioned, 8 megapixel rear camera with LED flash. I believe the front is 2 megapixel. Battery life, they're saying about 9.5 hours. They also, mention, of course, their stereo sound. That'll be another thing I'll be interested to see if this bests the Prime in that department. Build quality, I can tell you right now, very similar. There's that 2 megapixel front-facing cam, as well as, what appears to be just some markings here to tell you what sensors are there, etc. But that's pretty much it on the front end of things. Let me go ahead and get this plastic off of the tablet. I'm sure some of you have been waiting here for me to just take off. And there we have it. And yeah, the finish, really similar, no question about it. The entire tablet feels very similar, but it's not identical. As you can see, the entire top plate here goes from being that spun aluminum to plastic, and that is in order to deal with the radio and GPS issues that we had with the Prime. Of course, you can see microphone, LED flash, 8 megapixel cam, as I mentioned before. I believe this is your volume rocker, unless I'm seeing things. I believe that is, and this is the power button. Unless I get to the side of the tablet and see something else, but yeah, no, that appears to be correct. So a different orientation of the buttons, as opposed to the Prime, so that's another clear change besides the design change and the upgrades I've mentioned. On the left side of the tablet, you can see we've got our, I believe that's the micro HDMI port and the micro SD card slot, and then of course your headphone port right there. I believe that would probably be another microphone there. One stereo speaker, so I know that sounds ridiculous, but yes, only one speaker like the Prime, although it does, no, it is one. I thought for a second there maybe they had split them just because I saw something there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Looks like another microphone here, and at the bottom of the tablet, of course, you have your docking ports, which they've decided to forego putting the rubber feet in. I don't blame them, since a lot of people were trying to plug it directly into the dock accessory with the rubber feet, which certainly became a messy operation, to say the least. And I mean, that pretty much covers the design of the tablet. So looks sharp to me. I'll be interested to really tell you guys about performance, obviously, once I get to spend some time with it. And it does promise to be the best tablet on the market right now. So that's obviously what makes it exciting. And the fact that the price is the same as the Prime also makes it really compelling, because a lot of people expected this to come out at a higher price point, but I guess since, you know, Asus is responsible for the Nexus, they know the effect that the Nexus is going to have on the tablet pricing wars. I mean, after all, they're responsible for it. A little bit of paperwork in here. Seems like a little bit more paperwork than what came with the Prime, but pretty much, you know, warranty, user manual, nothing you guys haven't seen before. And then, of course, a cleaning cloth, which they like to include with all of their tablets, something that all manufacturers should be doing. Not sure why they don't, but there's a reason that this company was selected by Google to make the Nexus tablet. And then, of course, our wall adapter and charging cable, the USB cable. So these are identical to what we found with the Prime. I'll also be reporting back to you guys on whether or not, I mean, I've already read and heard that the compatibility of the Prime dock with this tablet is a non-issue, so hopefully I'll be able to verify that for you guys. I just heard that the new dock for the TF700 that you're looking at here is not compatible with, that dock is not backwards compatible with the Prime, but the Prime's dock is backwards compatible with the Infinity. So looking forward again to giving you guys further impressions. This really does represent the best in just about every department, from build quality to actual internals. I mean, there's nothing negative to say about this, at least on paper. This is the best device right now on the market. There's really nothing else for me to compare it to. Of course, Acer does have a tablet with also a high-res screen, but the build quality, not the same. Functionality, there's no transformer capability. You do, of course, though, have a slightly better battery life capability there with Acer's 1080p tablet. Anyway, also softer pricing, but I know this is popular, and for good reason. The Transformer is a unique design that no one else has been able to match, and that's why, you know, Asus has become one of, if not the leading tablet manufacturer out there right now. If you guys have any questions or comments, please feel free to post them. And of course, as usual, please feel free to subscribe. Later.